Alright, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I am back, and it is time for another Starcraft 2 1 vs 1 replay cast. We have got ourselves two of my favorite Starcraft 2 players. At the minute, we have got DongRaeGu in the top right. He is a really, it's weird to say, but up-and-coming Zerg. He was good a long time ago. He's recently returned to pro gaming. And, yeah, now he's looking really good. He's won multiple Alima Leagues, beating great players. He hasn't translated it to very solid tournament results just yet. And I think he even didn't qualify for a recent season of GSL. But, he's still playing hard, and he's still looking really good. Now, his opponent, who, by the way, is going for a dirty proxy, is Dream for Bravestar Gaming. Dream is another player similar to DongRaeGu. He finished up his military service, he came back to playing, and for a time he was looking, I'll say, honestly, super duper promising. With his skill, with the way that he was playing, he was just improving at a very rapid rate, playing in tons and tons of tournaments and things. And to be completely honest, it seems that a little bit that Dream has fallen off. We were all waiting for him to have his big result to really justify him coming back, and it kind of never came, sadly. And he's been showing what I'd say is worse and worse results, and kind of stagnated a bit. So I'm hoping to see he'll show a really good game against DongRaeGu. Maybe he's just in a bit of a slump because there's like no GSL or whatever at the minute for him. But I do hope that we see Dream sort of turn it up a little bit, and then turn it up a little bit, and then basically turn it up a little bit, and then basically go ahead and have a good result, essentially. Yeah, maybe we'll see that happen. Otherwise, I am worried that if he just kind of stagnates for a while, maybe his heart's not in the game, maybe he's thinking of not playing the game anymore, which sometimes does happen with players, and usually the first thing you can tell by is their play. So we'll see how Dream's going to be looking today. I mean, he wasn't too happy about the way things went there. DongRaeGu opened with a very early pool to scout out and basically shut down the proxy incredibly easy. Dream has now made 2 Reapers, interestingly enough, to allow him to have a bit of a presence on the map with his barracks, which is now floating across the map. And ladies and gentlemen, before we get too far into this match, for this battle of the olds, these 2 old players, let's go ahead and try and hit 100 likes on this video. It's an ambitious goal for these commentaries, but if you can take the time out of your day to press that like button, I sincerely appreciate it. Now, we see there is indeed a factory on the way for Dream, and he is getting up his command center, so his build kind of turned into a slightly uneconomic version of a Reaper Expand, if that makes any sense. I mean, all he had to do, I mean, he built his barracks, he canceled one, so he got most of the money back, and then he threw up his CC, and so he's behind a little bit. At the same time, though, DongRaeGu has got his 3rd base on the way. However, he went for an early pool, too. So the way that it worked out is that they both set themselves behind on the eco. I'd say Dream a little bit more than DongRaeGu, but overall, not bad at all for either player, I'd say. It's actually surprisingly even. Dream, probably not super comfortable this game. We'll see if he can make a match out of it, though. And oh, look at this. Dream going for as aggro as they come. Gonna be going for a Battlecruiser rush against DongRaeGu. I mean, he's getting that tech lab on the starport already. He's building a 3rd command center, so he's going into a 3rd command center with just a couple of Hellions to help defend. A couple of Hellions, a couple of Reapers that he has. And for starters, he's making a Banshee. I'm not sure if this is to try and fake out DongRaeGu, if he'll cancel this. But yeah, it is indeed going to be a BC rush from Dream. Notably, he's going for a wall, walling at this location. This will allow him to wall this spot off easier later on. So I do like that. I might incorporate that in my own play. The Battlecruiser core, the Fusion core, aka the Battlecruiser core, is almost done. We'll see if Dream cancels the Banshee, starts up the BC. Notably, one of the reasons why he would have started building that Banshee is because it effectively allows the Banshee to finish up rather quickly if it was a roach attack or something like that, which is quite common when you're Battlecruiser rushing. Dream behind this, though, is just starting to really build up his economy. His natural's almost saturated, which is good for him. DongRaeGu is already mining a lot of gas, getting his lair up. If I had to bet my bottom dollar, we'd be seeing a Spire out of the Dong, as as basically he's an old school player who really has good muta control. I'd say better than a lot of the pro Zergs at the minute. DongRaeGu has come back and shown that he still is a master of the unit. Now we take a look. Ling tries to run in, and oh, it actually makes it in. I wonder if that's enough to tip DongRaeGu off that it was a battlecruiser rush. Even if that Ling wasn't, the Overseer flying in will be more than enough. They're like, oh, neat, a battlecruiser. He'll also see that it's not researching Yamato cannon, which is also a good tell. And then he'll also see the double factory follow-up, which is a really nice scout for DongRaeGu. It could open up a lot of aggression if he so chooses. The BC teleports in, but there's 4 queens. The battlecruiser is a good unit, and it actually kills one of the queens, but 2 more queens pop up, so I don't think it'll be able to get another. DongRaeGu using the transfuse to keep him alive. And so Dream's BC severely under-delivering. Hellions and Reapers are coming in now, though. They're going to be skirmishing with the Lings. Looks like 2 drones have died so far. The Hellions want to get anything, but more Lings have finished up for DongRaeGu, and so that should be enough to push away the Hellions. The Hellions are going to be getting surrounded by the Lings. Reaper grenades bouncing the units around, but in the end, it looks like the damage from this rush was rather limited. Behind this, we've got another battlecruiser on the way for Dream, but he hasn't made Yamato cannon yet. He's got his double factories finishing up. We'll see what he's going to make out of them, and I'll be paying close attention as someone who battlecruiser rushes, because what's the choice for anti-air for Dream? We'll see what he's going to make. He's got to be so careful with this BC, though, flying it back in on low HP. There's going to be mutas popping out. It's going to be a life and death situation for this BC. Tactical jump is just about done. Will Dream teleport it out right away? He's got to teleport it out right away. He's going to engage. The BC just barely survives, trying to grab a queen with so low HP on the BC. Now the mutas have been spotted. Dream throws up turrets instantly. Doesn't have Yamato cannon, so he's not going to have that to get guaranteed kills on the mutas, which is a shame. He's building mines. He's building cyclones as his choices for anti-air. Really just anything to help shut down these mutt-mutts. Widowmines burrowing all over the place. A Widowmine hitting a muta is a guaranteed kill, and that is a cost-efficient trade for the Terran. But as we see now, DongRaeGu being a bit of a pain, going to be getting one of the gas geysers that belongs to the Terran. A very nice pickoff, seeing as how much Terran relies on gas when playing mech. Widowmine going to reposition. Cyclone locks onto a muta. Will be enough to shoo those mutas away. DongRaeGu going to need an Overseer to take out that Widowmine freely. For now, we see 1-1 is on the way for Dream, so he's getting his upgrades coming out, which is good to see. The mech army, once it reaches 3-3, can be a very real threat to Zerg. Extra factories going up for Dream as well. I mean, making a 4th command center. This game really has turned into a macro match. Dream's got Hellions to deal with the Lings of his opponent. He's got the Cyclones and the Battlecruisers to try and take care of the mutas. The BC being the muscle, the mines and turrets and Cyclones being the damage. Cyclones lock onto the mutas. Are those going to be some kills? No, not quite. We do, however, we keep seeing the muta count of DongRaeGu keep growing. This might force some Thors out of Dream. Widowmine gets a shot off, bruises a lot of the mutas, kills most of the Lings. We see Dream being a bit of a tease with the battlecruisers, hanging him over Widowmines in case DongRaeGu wants to engage him. For now, though, he's doing a very good job staying on top of the mutas. Widowmine's getting shots off. There is an Overseer or with the army, with the mutas for DongRaeGu. But committing to this many mutas against mech, I don't think is the best option. It can definitely get damage done, but versus someone like Dream, who seems to have a good understanding, the damage that the mutas have got done so far is not a lot. And if it gets to the point which the Terran has some Thors out, has a good number of mines, cyclones, you name it, the mutas really don't do well in a straight-up trade. We see the Widowmines are going to shuffle a little bit, just really keeping this mineral line defended. The mutas can't commit if there's mines and turrets. 4th base does want to be secured by Dream. We see the scouting orbital, the scouting command center is going to see all those Banes. This may force Dream to reposition his army a bit. He does have Widow Mines still at his natural, though. He's got a lot of turrets with the mines. Really deters the mutas from diving on in there. Like, they can potentially pick off units, but you gotta have a lot of finesse if you're DongRaeGu. He gets one of the mines, gets two of the turrets, and oh my god, is DongRaeGu totally just gonna wreck this? He's dodging out the mine shots. Great control from DongRaeGu. One Widow Mine shot gets off, hits the Overseer and kills it, but we do see this is 15 SCVs worth of damage. That being said, Hellions and Banelings getting good trades against the Lings. Widow Mines getting shots off on the Zerg army. Not going to be able to save this base, I don't think, or not going to be able to secure this base for Dream. So DongRaeGu doing a good job shutting down the Terran's 4th base. 2-2 is still on the way for Dream. So, I mean, his army is going to be getting pretty strong once that's done, but we take a look. The turret has to be rebuilt. He lost 20 SCVs, which is not something that he can easily afford. He's got to get up this 4th base sooner rather than later, as DongRaeGu is now getting up his 5th. And is on a 90 drone count. Turrets and mines doing what they can, but the answer of what they're doing is not a lot. You really do need Thors to help zone away the Zerg at a time, at some point anyway, if you're the Terran. The Thors with the higher range, the Battlecruisers as well, just chilling out. We see the 4th base is getting established for Dream 2, which is good to see. It is a little bit concerning, though, for the Terran to be turtling this hard against a Zerg like DongRaeGu. If we take a look, DongRaeGu is now completely maxed out. And thus we see he's able to just spend his money on extra hatcheries. He'll just be able to build up a big Baneling count, really make whatever he wants. He's got the freedom. The world is his oyster. Widow Mine's going to do what they can against the Lings. We see a big old attack coming in for the Zerg. Will the Mines get good enough connections on the army? The Banelings just going to right-click on the planetary and totally take it out. Not the most cost-efficient trades for DongRaeGu, but it was enough. Widow Mines and Thors seem to hit the mutas. They think they killed off a decent number. Let's actually let's check that out again. Once again, I missed it, but oh yeah. Look at this. DongRaeGu attacks on in. Attacks to the BCs, attacks to the Thors, but there's 2 Widow Mines in the Thors, so that is a lot of dead units. The Battlecruisers actually flew out a little bit, 1 teleports away. The Thor shot the mutas. DongRaeGu turned him around to try and get some damage done, but the double Widow Mines there got big hits off. If there was one more mine, like, all those mutas would have been dead, but still an okay trade for the Terran, I feel. I mean, the BCs weren't doing much. He lost a Thor and a couple of mines, really. And just 1 BC, so really a great trade for the Terran. At the same time, though, I mean, Dream has got to float over an extra CC he built. Thank God he built that extra CC. It really mitigates the damage done to his economy by having to not really lose as much mining time as he would. The Cyclones cleaned up some creep, nicely done. They can now retreat on home, which is very important. You don't want to lose those Cyclones, but oh, a couple of them may get caught. Look at all these Widow Mines, though, for Dream, playing a really heavy Widow Mine mech composition against what DongRaeGu has. Lings are now going to run in towards the 3rd. Widow Mines are going to burrow very quickly. What kind of connections will we be looking at? Okay. When Lings get into a base like this, though, there's definitely going to be guaranteed kills. All the Lings do get cleaned on up, though. Widow Mines shooting all over the place. Mutas commit on in. I mean, the BCs there, the SCVs trying to repair these units. It's going to be, looks like a pretty decent trade for DongRaeGu. I mean, he lost a few mutas, but did kill off a lot of Terran units. Dream, however, as this game is continuing on, is starting to build up more and more supply. And as I was talking about, once a Terran player gets to a big army, once they get to that 3-3 upgrades, which I'd really like to see Dream start, it can create a serious problem for the Zerg. So we really do need to be seeing 3-3 start for Dream, I feel. It's kind of a waste if he doesn't, because Thors with 3-3 are no joke. Incredible units. A few Widow Mines burrowed at this base. Overseer's gonna fly in. They're actually just gonna bait out the Widow Mines. They give their lives for it, but they do bait out the mines well enough. The turrets standing in the meantime. A lot more SCVs dying. We see the 4th base under attack. SCVs have to be pulled. Lings coming on in, attacking a Thor. Dream is just losing SCVs after SCVs. However, in this process, he's trading incredibly efficiently compared to DongRaeGu. We see DongRaeGu kind of just yeeting units into Dream's base. Dream is losing SCVs, but SCVs are a lot cheaper than the units Dream has been having thrown at him. If we take a look, it's currently 56 dead SCVs, but hundreds of Lings, 44 mutas, and 21 Banelings have died. Dream hasn't actually lost that much of his army. to really cost him. So we're looking at 12,000 resources lost for Dream to 20,000 resources lost for DongRaeGu, which is absolutely great for the Terran. This is incredible mech efficiency we're seeing, and now that Dream has started 3-3, it's just going to get even better for him as the game goes on. DongRaeGu is playing versus MECH, like one of these players who I think could choose a better composition. Thors are shooting on the Mutas, but there's Widowmines in the mix. What are you doing, DongRaeGu? The madman, once again, takes a fight, killed a Thor, but how many Mutas did that cost him? I think that was like 5 Mutas for a Thor and all. DongRaeGu is just like, I got units, me fight Mutalisk. And it's incredibly risky doing so, but oh, he even commits in, eats a few Thor shots, loses another few Mutas. DongRaeGu is just trading out against the Terran non-stop, but look at this, I mean, he's not getting enough damage done, I feel, to justify the units he's throwing away. And eventually, I'm afraid this is going to catch up to him. If the Zerg was turtling, oh my gosh, he just eats 4 Widowmine shots. How many more dead Mutas was that? Like another 10 dead Mutas. DongRaeGu is just trading like a madman against the Terran, but eventually it's going to catch up to him. He doesn't have a bank. Turtling Zergs, I hate to say it, but a proper turtle Zerg like Serral right now would probably have like a 10k bank. He'd just be sitting back, he'd be building up an ideal Zerg army, he'd be nickeling and diming the Terran because he knows how important efficiency is. Dream would have lost a lot less SCVs probably, but he'd have lost a lot more units that would cost him in the long run. We see Cyclones are getting caught out right now. Widowmines, though, gonna take care of these Lings. SCVs die in the friendly fire. I mean, the Mutas fly in once again, but DongRaeGu has lost so many Mutalisks this game. And at the end of the day, the problem I have with this composition is if we take a look, a Zerg player with Mutas is not going to beat a Terran player with Thors in a direct fight. DongRaeGu is also incredibly high on workers, almost too high, I'll say, to justify his lavish lifestyle, as he's got over 100 drones, which means his army is incredibly small, whereas Dream, who's almost maxed out, only has 60 SCVs. He's going to have 40 more army supply than his opponent, which is not good at all for the Zerg player. I mean, DongRaeGu really with just some Lings and Banes. He's taken all the bases, I'll give it to him. He's trying to play this style, which will just mine out the map, and there'll be nothing left for Dream, which will justify his incredible expenditure. But once again, going to be losing so many units that are not going to trade out efficiently. And the Mutas have to retreat. We see DongRaeGu, he's going to attack on in once again. He's going to kill some SCVs, but he's going to lose a lot more than he committed to this. This is such an odd play style from DongRaeGu. I do not believe in this style if you're the Zerg, because at some point you have to kill the Terran. At some point you got to start trading efficiently, and at some point it's going to catch up to you. DongRaeGu is trading almost at a 50% to Dream. I mean, like, it's 32,000 resources lost to 18,000. I'm all about the efficiency when it comes to late game StarCraft 2. I think it is the most important thing because, yeah, like, DongRaeGu's army is just not getting enough done. He's flying around with Mutas, but he's finding, like, no damage. And all Dream has to do is sit back, build up, keep taking these good trades, and slowly expand. Now we're seeing DongRaeGu commit to more and more units, but he's already thrown away like a few bases worth. He's already thrown away like a base or two worth of resources, so he needs to take way more bases than Dream this game. That's just at a given. He's gonna lose even more Mutas. Oh god, he's gonna fly over another Widowmine. Okay, that one stays alive, but man, oh man, I really don't like how DongRaeGu's been playing this. Oh, loses even a few more Mutas. Yeah, like, take a look right now. Dream's maxed out, and he's got an army which can absolutely fight what DongRaeGu has. DongRaeGu has got 100 drones, which is too many. Ultras are charging in now. They're going to deal with the Widowmines pretty darn well, but they got to run away as the Overseers don't deal with the Widowmines well. Dream, he's just going to be taking more orbitals. He's going to be able to start pushing out onto the map. And look at this, DongRaeGu, he's already mining full tilt from all of the bases he has. He's gonna run out of resources a lot sooner than Dream. He's gonna have to hold on to these two bases, no questions asked, and it looks like he's gonna be losing both of them. I hate to say it, ladies and gentlemen, but this is like a guide on how not to deal with mech as a Zerg. I think DongRaeGu had a fun time dealing with this mech army as the Zerg. He's like, oh, this is great, I'm making hundreds of units, I'm just attacking the Terran non-stop, but at the end of the day, it's like, oh, It's like a kid who just moved to college and is living on his credit card or whatever. It's like, oh, I have to pay for that in the long run? DongRaeGu right now has got a god-awful army. He's losing drones. He lost just 3-4 bases. Yeah, he just lost 3 bases. Ultras are moving in. They're going to trade. These are some of the best trades DongRaeGu's gotten this game due to the fact that Dream's been fighting with just a fraction of his army. But if we take a look, it's 42,000 resources lost to 22,000. This is like, DongRaeGu has donated so much to Dream that this efficiency... If we take a look, yeah, we see Dream just pushing forward. DongRaeGu is in a lot of trouble right now. He doesn't have the army. Losing workers was a good thing for him here. He's going to try and make a fight. Getting good neural parasites off, so maybe things are going to start turning around for him. He is losing his infestors, though. Dream targeting him down with the BCs, the Liberators. And Dream has got the economy to back this up. He's trying to secure more bases. DongRaeGu's not out of this game just yet. I mean, there is a chance that he'll be able to take some more good fights with these Ultras. They're surprisingly good against Terran MECH. DongRaeGu does seem to just be planning on committing into trying to kill Dream, though. So Dream, all of his production should be running full tilt. The Cyclones should be doing pretty darn good against the Ultras as they kite them. Baneling's going to roll in. Maybe hit the Cyclones, kill some SCVs. But all Dream needs to do is just keep making units, and I think he'll be fine. We see DongRaeGu. He's got essentially no income due to the BCs, due to the Liberators harassing him. He's effectively all in, whereas there's still a couple planetaries standing for Dream. He can make more units non-stop. He's up on supply. Yeah, it just looks like this is going to have been a GG. I mean, DongRaeGu showing us how not to deal with mech, and that one Battlecruiser still alive, rocking 45 kills. The Commander Battlecruiser. 45 kills. DongRaeGu just playing a way that you can't play against Terran MECH. We sometimes see players playing less efficient style, but doing so, you need to have complete control of the map. And you need to be trading out okay or have some sort of plan in the long run. It seems DongRaeGu this game, he was just like, yeah, I'll just keep trading out. He needed to secure like 2 more bases to keep trading out like this, and then in the end, Dream did build up to that 3-3 mech army I said, and is now basically unstoppable by DongRaeGu. Yeah, this is how you don't deal with mech at a pro level, I think. DongRaeGu had a pretty good start in this game, spotting the proxy. Dream was actually able to turn it around, so really well done by him. Now we see Lings and Ultras moving forward. Gonna be able to just kill those off, but DongRaeGu's on essentially no economy. He's securing the base to the right. He's even got a Widow Mine in his mineral line. He's trying to take this base here. It's in range of the sensor tower. Yeah, this is a really good game by Dream, I feel. Just playing, like, there's so many different ways the Zerg could have played that would have punished Dream and forced Dream to react. Instead, it was just him reacting to constant Zerg attacks. We've seen other pro Zergs play this style before, but they tend to still play more efficiently. They tend to get more damage done than DongRaeGu. Like, the style of constant aggression can absolutely work, but you have to actually be getting, like, good kills. You have to be taking out bases. You have to knock the Terran economy below a critical level, whereas DongRaeGu seemed to just be content attacking into Dream and saying, hey, Dream, I'm killing a few of your SCVs. Don't remake those, but Dream just kept his economy going. And so, yeah, it's been a good game, indeed, by Dream, doing exactly what he needed to. He's got 3,000 minerals in the bank. DongRaeGu has effectively none, so Dream can just make Hellions, I guess, and win the game. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. He's going to be securing up this base. It would be nice to see him throw up a couple more CCs to keep his expansion going, but this game has been such a mess since they've been trading out so scrappily. Looks like these Hellions will try and retreat back to these Widow Mines. The mines get big shots off, kill all the Lings, pretty much. Trading out, once again, okay for Dream. So far, the resources lost 65,000 to 40,000, an incredible deficit run by DongRaeGu. He's like the America with that much debt. We take a look. Hellions now moving on in. Tank's gonna be taken off this base. DongRaeGu having an extra base was nice. If he could have actually held on to it, but he wasn't controlling the game enough. He doesn't have the army. We're just waiting for a GG. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button if you enjoyed this commentary. Join the Discord. The link is in the description. We talk Starcraft and stuff. We see Dream roasting DongRaeGu's few remaining drones. Subscribe to the channel if you made it all the way to the end of the video and you enjoy the commentary. Yeah, looks like a really, really good game by Dream, just doing what he needed to. The infestors of DongRaeGu haven't even been trading out efficiently. They've just been getting picked off so well. And that is GG. Dream able to take the match. Well played.